Hey Winchester High School, I'm sorry I couldn't make it today, but instead I'm making a video to show you. My name is Dino Rowan Traite, and I identify as a transgender male. I use male pronouns, meaning he, him, and his, and I'm currently a senior at Waltham High School. What exactly is the definition of somebody who is transgender? My definition of transgender is somebody who was born one gender, or assigned one gender when they were born, and later on in life they realized that they identify as another gender. For example, I was born female, and now I identify as male. So what steps have I taken to transition to male? The first step in my transition was, of course, coming out. At the end of freshman year, I had changed my name to Dino, from the one that I previously identified with, to Dino, and I changed that on Facebook, and I was, kind of really quietly telling my friends about it, but not kind of really enforcing it, because I was kind of really relaxed about it. At the beginning of sophomore year, though, I had my dad write a letter to the school asking them to refer to me as Dino. The first person I came out to in my family was my sister, and she took it very well. She actually helped me come out to my parents. My parents have been very supportive of my transition. When I came out to them, they didn't deny anything. They weren't really educated on it, and they wanted to take the initiative to kind of learn more about it, which they did. So yeah, they're really supportive and great and whatever. The second step of my transition, I feel like, was switching over to all male pronouns. It's been kind of difficult, but I feel like if I keep on kind of enforcing it, people will eventually adapt it. If I hadn't continued to enforce that this is the pronouns that I use, then I don't feel like people would kind of really get that. I feel like it would easily slip by. Junior year, I had really started to kind of push my transition at school, mainly because I needed people to kind of realize this is me, this is who I am, that I'm changing, and I kind of wanted them to call me Dino and use male pronouns and on a regular basis. To the point where now I've done that so much that people don't call me by my old name anymore, and most people use all male pronouns, and if they make a mistake, if they call me she by accident, they immediately correct themselves, which is perfectly fine. And if they're calling me female pronouns or my old name on purpose, then that ain't cool. Back to another step of my transition. So I went with my parents to court to get my name changed on March 21st, 2011. I got legally changed to Dino Rowan Traite. It's actually pretty easy to change your name, but you just have to fill out all the papers, and I actually had to pay about $180 to get it changed. Then I go to Social Security and health insurance, and it's a pain in the butt, but I feel like it was worth it to kind of get it all done before I turned 18. Because if I turned 18, after I got changed, I'd have to go through a bunch of more stuff because I'd have more responsibility, which, kind of don't really want when you're 18. So a big thing about transitioning to male, for me, is going on hormones or testosterone. I decided to go on testosterone over the summer, and I actually started on November 3rd, 2011, thanks to my parents and talking to my doctors and everybody else who's involved with my medical history. Testosterone is a male hormone, if you guys didn't know that, and think of the effects of testosterone and me taking testosterone as kind of like, middle school boys going through puberty, like voice cracking and facial hair growing all over the place and all this crazy stuff. So that's basically kind of what testosterone does to me. It kind of makes me go through middle school boy puberty, years later. And sometimes, in some rare cases, it actually does make people, grow a bit. And I actually grown a couple of inches taller. So I used to be 5'3" back in November, and now I'm 5'5", or sorry, 5'4.75" according to my doctor. And I've gained some muscle weight, I've gained some weight. So I used to be, 110, 115 before I started testosterone, and now I weigh about 130 or so. I just like to work out a lot because, nice to stay healthy and active. So, how have my peers reacted at school and around me to my transition and coming? my close friends took it, pretty easily. They actually, I actually kind of came out because of them. They kind of opened my eyes to what transgender is, and I kind of started to learn more and more kind of from them. Sorry, I say a lot. I'm sorry. So it was a little bit hard for some friends who had known me a while to start to use, Dino and male pronouns. But I was kind of pretty easy about it, and I started to kind of gradually enforce it more and more. And some friends who've known me since kindergarten had a little bit of trouble with it, but now all of them at school, don't have any problems with it, and they're really, really supportive. Because they grew up with me. Even though I was an outcast in elementary school through middle school, people kind of really got to know me for who I am versus being some weird kid. Because most people in my high school know me. They know who I am. They know about me. I'm not popular for money or being on some sports team or whatever. Well, I wouldn't really say popular, but I'm well known simply because I feel like I'm very out there and I'm very open, and I don't take crap from people. And I feel like if I hadn't really done that, some people think that me being so out there last year, junior year, was kind of annoying, but I feel like, as I said earlier, if I hadn't enforced it so much, people wouldn't really be at this point with my transition in terms of calling me Dino and male. Has anything ever happened to me because I identify as transgender or queer? I don't feel like in my high school career I've been bullied much because of the way I present myself, due to me being very out there and open about this and not feeling insecure. Because I feel like if people show insecurities at school or anywhere, people are going to jump on that immediately and they can bully you for it. But if you show pride in kind of who you are and you kind of, turn your head to people who are giving you, crap, then people aren't going to see much of a negative reaction from you, so they won't even be worth their time. So I feel like confidence, moreover, is kind of what's gotten me through high school and kind of keeping my head up and kind of just being really open and, just being me. A lot of people tell me that I'm so strong for being out in high school and whatever, and I don't really feel like me being out in school is really kind of a strong thing. I just feel like it's just me being me, and it shouldn't be viewed as being heroic or strong or whatever. It's just me being me. I don't feel like I should be pressured or bullied or harassed for me just being who I am. So for testosterone treatment, I have to do self-injections into my thigh of testosterone every 10 days for the rest of my life, or however long I choose to do it, usually for the rest of my life. And many people wonder if that hurts, and it really doesn't hurt that much, if anything at all. It's a very, very small needle, and it actually goes to a part of your thigh where it doesn't really hurt that much. So, yeah. And also people wonder about surgery, and when people talk about the surgery they mean below the waist, but that surgery isn't really developed, and I don't want it, so I'm not going to talk about that. But when I talk about surgery, I talk about top surgery, or getting cosmetic surgery on my chest to get it flattened and removed. Top surgery is not often covered by health insurance, and it often costs a lot of money for anybody, really. And mine should cost me about $7,300, so that's $7,300, and it can kind of be on a varying scale per person and per surgeon and kind of where you go and that kind of stuff. It's a lot of money. And so once again, my name is Dino Rowan Traite. I'm a senior at Waltham High School. I have been on testosterone since November 3rd, 2011, and I have been out since 2009. So thanks Winchester High School for taking some time to kind of listen to me drone on this random video, and have a great day. Don't be afraid to do a little bit of your own research. And my best advice to people when approaching somebody who's transgender is to always ask what their pronoun is and do not assume. Because I would rather have somebody ask what my pronoun is than kind of assume something that's wrong. Alright? So, you guys have a great day. Carry on with your lives, and I hope you guys kind of learn something from this. Alright, awesome.